what's up, everybody? Finally, the Atomic Drop podcast has come back to the Out of the Box Sports Entertainment.
We are back, baby.
We've been off a couple of weeks. We've been on hiatus. I've been pretty busy. I know. I'm sure you had stuff to do, but it's been hectic. It's still hectic, but we had to get on this weekend. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and we've missed a heck of a lot of wrestling the last 3 weeks. That's for sure.
I'll tell you what. So 2 weeks ago, when we the first weekend we weren't on was 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I was at a concert in Camden, just outside of Philly, and it was the MMRBQ festival or whatever. We made it there for the last three bands, and so the one band was the co-headliner was Billy Idol. And then it was Shinedown. So Billy Idol just got done. I checked my phone to see what was going on, wrestling wise, and I see all these updates and these alerts. The Rock comes back to SmackDown. I was like, what in the hell?
The one time you're a Billy Idol, The Rock shows up.
Like the one time I'm not going to do the Atomic Drop podcast. I'm like, nothing serious is going to happen. It's not WrestleMania season yet. The freaking Rock comes on. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the great one shows up on SmackDown. Who'd have thought that? Nobody saw that coming. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely insane. It was, it was shocking. And well, he hasn't been on since then, right?
Right. Not to my knowledge, no. But what I saw, I couldn't understand was like there was no leaks or anything. Nobody said anything about The Rock coming to SmackDown, so that was kind of surprising to me.
Well, the only thing, I didn't know this either, but he was on the Pat McAfee show earlier in the day, and he was going to be. Where was Raw at? It was in Texas.
Maybe. Possibly. I have no idea.
I think it might have been in Texas or somewhere like that. But or no, it was in Colorado. It was in Colorado.
That's right. It was Colorado. Right. Now that you say that. Yes.
So Rock did the Pat McAfee show earlier that day before SmackDown. And so he kind of, because that was in Colorado as well. I believe the Pat McAfee show was filmed in Colorado because on Saturday, The Rock was there for ESPN Game Day with Pat McAfee, and he was wearing the Colorado Buffaloes jersey. But I mean, I didn't know he was on a Pat McAfee show. I'm sure a lot of wrestling fans, casual wrestling fans, didn't watch the Pat McAfee show. Had no idea The Rock was going to be on. So
I did see him on College Game Day, The Rock with Pat McAfee and those guys. So it worked out. I mean, him being on SmackDown on Friday night and being on the College Game Show the next day. So So
I wonder if that was just like a one-off thing, like, hey, I'm in the area, or. Well,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, probably.
Because I got my hopes up that I was going to lead up to something more, something better. But he was there, and then he hasn't been back since. I'm like, but we haven't seen Roman Reigns in how long, right?
Oh, we haven't seen Roman in a long time. Yeah. I don't know what's up with Roman. What kind of champion is this? He never shows up.
And that's one of those things. There is a clause where you have to defend the title, like at least. I think 30 days.
It used to be once every 30 days. I don't know if that's the case or not anymore, but
I don't know. Does the tribal chief make his own rules? I don't know.
He does what he wants to do when he wants to show up. That's what it seems like to me. So but there is another champion on the other show that does actually show up. He does wrestle. He does do his thing. Yeah, and I got to give Seth Rollins credit. I love Seth Rollins. I just do. The man working hurt. He's putting up the title every week. Well, not every week, but he's wrestling pretty much on a daily basis. And him and Shinsuke are going at it. And I love it. It's great. I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah, he's very active. He's always on the show, whether it's interviews or whatever it is. We have a couple comments we'll get through here.
We have comments this late. Wow, I'm impressed.
Oh yeah. Well, we have our top two fans here. Adam Glenn saying, "What up? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me talk to you, Adam. Yeah."
And then he says Ken has Roman schedule.
Yeah, Ken has Roman schedule. Exactly.
I'm here defending now, baby. And then there's our other number one fan, Eileen. How you two wild and crazy? You wild and crazy
guys. Eileen, do you sleep?
Eileen doesn't sleep. Adam doesn't sleep. Eileen says, I was watching Pat McAfee show that day, and it just did not cross my mind because I had no idea that SmackDown was even in Denver. Yeah, it was, again, like you had to be able to connect the dots, but even if you did connect the dots, like your thought probably never would have been, The Rock is going to be on SmackDown. Like Pat McAfee was on SmackDown as well. But still, even when Pat McAfee came out, I just can't fathom that you would think, The Rock was on Pat McAfee's show. Now The Rock is going to be on, because Pat McAfee's like, I'm sure that didn't cross anybody's mind or most people.
It sure didn't get me, that's for sure. I didn't see it coming out. I know I have a new thing now on Friday nights. I'm bowling Friday nights from 6:30 to 8:30. So, I was watching SmackDown at the bowling alley that night. I'm like, oh my God, the great one is here comes the great one. I'm like, oh man, I'm missing The Rock. But I did get to see it. I was loving it. I love The Rock. I just love The Rock. And he can do in my eyes, he can do no wrong. He can show up anytime he wants. It doesn't matter when it is, what time of the day, he's The Rock.
He'll always be The Rock. Yeah, like and the pop that he got was amazing. Paul Spencer says, holy shit, prayers can be answered. Just saying, I called 1-800-HURT-123 after Notre Dame almost shit the bed, but I answered myself, and I said, no, sorry, can't take your case, dumbass. So Paul's saying he called himself at 1-800-HURT-123, realized he called himself. He can't take the case because he called himself. And
yeah, because he hit his toe on the couch.
Notre Dame did shit the bed, but they came out with the win.
But they came out with the W. Yes, they did. I watched it. Yep.
And like Paul said on the Golden Dome podcast I was just on previously before us, doing the Notre Dame post game, a win is a win. I commented that on the YouTube, but I was using my YouTube channel that was actually banned on the Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, so he never saw my comment.
Well, I saw Paul's comment on the group chat earlier tonight, and I was like, and I said to myself, I said, "You watch Notre Dame will pull this stuff out," and I kind of figured they would. I had a feeling they were going to.
I mean, Duke, I haven't watched much college football this year, but I still follow along with the week to week, and who's winning and who's losing and what's going on. Duke was a decent team, so it's not like their
defense was really impressive tonight. I got to be honest, I was very impressed with their defense. I thought they looked really good.
I mean, Duke by no means is a perennial powerhouse in college football, but it was a pretty good Duke team. So Adam says the McAfee show is good. I like watching clips. I watch little clips of that on like TikTok or the X, formerly known as Twitter.
I've never seen the McAfee show. I've seen pieces of it, but I've never seen the whole thing. Like I never really watched the whole thing.
The whole show. Like you said, I've seen clips, and it's right. It's all right. It's not that bad. Mm-hmm. All right, so you ready to kick off Raw or what?
Let's go.
All right. So
Raw was great this Monday night. Raw's getting better to me. Like every single week, it seems like it's getting like I don't know. I'm into it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just into it.
I'm eating a Tootsie Roll. But
I'm eating animal crackers if that counts for anything.
It does mean something. It means that we're hungry at midnight. Midnight snacks.
Midnight snack with wrestling. You can't go wrong. Let's go.
We're like a couple of mogwais here from Gremlins. Feed us after midnight. Now we're going to be shooting Gremlins.
We got the Gatorade going too to keep us going, so we're good.
I got the old iced tea in the Batman cup. All right, so Raw. I got a couple notes written down. Some highlights that I thought Bronson Reed versus Otis was very good.
I enjoyed that match. I really did. I am in love. Bronson Reed to me has built himself up like month after month, and they keep giving him. I'm telling you, he's going to get a title shot one of these times, and it's only a matter of time.
I'll tell you, I wasn't expecting much out of it. I think Bronson Reed is a good wrestler. Otis. I've said it on the show before. I'm not a big fan of Otis's work in the ring.
Yep.
I like Otis. I think he's funny. I think he's comical. I think that's more his thing. But I thought he looked really good in the ring with Bronson Reed. I thought they both did really well.
Well, you got two big guys, like you said.
I thought they did a hell of a job in the ring. Like some of the spots they had were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They both sold or didn't sell well. It depends on how you want to look at it.
Right.
Like the one move I really liked is they both came off their ropes and they both did the flying crossbody.
Yes.
I was like, oh my! I can imagine the sound of those bellies flapping together. Is like,
I couldn't get over Bronson Reed picking up Otis on his shoulders. I was like, dude, that's a lot of weight, bro. Man.
Well, then, so Bronson Reed ends up winning this match. He hit the tsunami.
Yeah, off the top rope too. That boy, I'll tell you, for a big man, he gets up.
And I'm digging the Bam Bam Bigelow attire that he's wearing. Reminds me a lot of Bam Bam Bigelow with the one piece, like the black kind of like a one piece with the flames on the side. You know what I mean? Almost.
It's funny you should say. I didn't even notice that. So you just said it. I didn't even think about Bam Bam. That totally slipped my mind.
I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I feel like it is because I feel like they've mentioned it before. Oh, we haven't seen a big man like this move since Bam Bam Bigelow. I feel like they've mentioned that before, or I've heard that somewhere before.
They might have.
But yeah, it says I feel like it is on purpose, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just coincidental. But wearing the black tights, the black, whatever the hell it is, with the flames on the side, just like Bam Bam would wear. And Bam Bam used to do the stuff off the top rope for a big guy whether it was the flying headbutt. I do believe he used to do a moonsault as well.
Yep.
But I used to do the cartwheels in the ring and stuff. I don't see Bronson Reed doing cartwheels anytime soon. But Bam Bam was athletic. Bam Bam was a big man that can move and run the ropes and then do those high impact moves as well.
Dude, see the thighs on Bronson Reed. My man is huge. He's a big man.
I'll tell you what, he's not bad on the mic either.
No, he's not good on the mic, but he's good in the ring. That's one out of two is not bad.
He's not bad on the mic at all. He could be better, obviously, but I don't think he's all that bad on the mic.
He's a good interviewer. He does interview very well. I'll give him that.
It has the accent, so you have that. I don't want to say accents are villainous, but sometimes when you have an accent, it leads you more towards a villainy type role. And if they're being a heel right now, it's working for him. Hopefully they use him wisely, they use him well, and they get him into a title picture sometime soon.
It's only a matter of time. I keep telling you, because Bronson Reed, to me, man, I'll tell you, it's had to be 3-4 months ago. He was on the main event. Like, my man was doing main event before Raw even started, and now look where he's at. I mean, he's climbing the ladder, and I love it. I hope they continue with him, and I hope that give him a title shot and give him something, because he definitely deserves it.
Oh, absolutely. So moving on from that, we had Ciampa defeating Kaiser Ludwig, which I like watching that snot lose. So that was cool with me. But you had a little bit of shenanigans. I guess the week before, you had Ciampa versus Leonardo da Vinci, or not Leonardo. I was calling Leonardo da Vinci.
The painter.
What a match that was! Giovanni Vinci. That's what I'm going to say.
Yes,
Vinci, or however they say his last name. I'm not really going to get all into the technicalities of these.
Before you go there, though, and I know Ciampa's doing his thing. He's winning matches. That's great for him. I'm so happy for that. But is there a problem with the Imperium? Is Imperium having issues?
This is why I bring it up. So last week you had Ciampa versus Giovanni. Now this week you had Ciampa versus Kaiser. So the ending of the match was kind of squirrely, where you had Vinci coming in to help Kaiser Ludwig, and he ends up getting caught. What did he get? Kicked in the head, or?
Yeah, I think it was kicked in the head. Yeah,
kicked in the head, and he goes rolling out, and that distracts Kaiser. Kaiser gets pinned.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it was a roll up that he got beat up.
It actually was a roll up. Now that you say that, yes.
And he got beat. So now Kaiser's pissed at him. Kaiser's yelling at him and stuff like that. And so there is an issue in Imperium.
I saw the big man. Help me out here.
I'm third.
I saw Gunther yelling at one of the guys, saying, he's your responsibility. And, and he's like, what? Why is he my responsibility? I have nothing to do, but
we've mentioned this a few, I don't know, like maybe a month ago or so, but you've seen Kaiser giving Giovanni Vinci a hard time, giving him a hard time, really getting in his face. And talking down to him, and then you seen he was doing it to Ludwig Kaiser a little bit as well. And so you can see those cracks developing now. Now you have Kaiser kind of giving it to Vinci, and so it's the cracks are developing. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Like, I don't see Ludwig Kaiser going anywhere. I still see him with Gunther, but I could see Giovanni Vinci being just dropped off the face of the earth. With
Ciampa winning these matches, is that going to give Ciampa a shot at the Intercontinental title against Gunther at one point?
I don't know. I guess that's what they're angling for,
right?
But do you really think Ciampa has a chance? I don't know.
Against Gunther, no, I don't. No,
I feel like they want Ciampa to get over. They want him to be a bigger part of the show, and so that's why they're starting to feed him Imperium guys to lead him to Gunther. But I don't know if anybody would believe that Ciampa would actually be, after everything that Gunther's gone through, all the people that he's beaten, with that Intercontinental title. I don't know if they would.
Well, don't take Chad out of the picture either, because Chad's still in there.
Yeah, he's still. Are they going to wrestle again each other again?
I would think so. I don't know for sure. I didn't see the Fastlane card yet. I've been on over that yet, but I would think so. I would think Chad has one more shot at him. I mean, that would be my guess.
Paul Spencer says Duke played with heart. Sometimes that holds its own. Absolutely. Sometimes that can give you.
He's still in the game.
Joey Wood, what's up, Joey?
Hey, Joey.
Joey does a wrestling show. For those of you that don't know, I think it's called the Steel Steps Podcast.
Steel Steps Podcast. That's Friday night at 10 o'clock. Yep.
He's also doing a podcast now with his son again, a wrestling podcast, which is really cool. I checked. Oh, the light came on.
I heard that.
I checked out last the debut the debut episode last week. Really cool. Is his little guy did a great job. Little Joseph did a great job, and you'll answer all the questions up there. Firing questions at the little guy, and he's just rattling stuff off.
That's great.
Pretty cool there. So Joey says, did we see Baron Corbin pull out the American Badass Taker entrance tonight on NXT?
Wow. I didn't really watch NXT tonight, Joey. To be honest with you, I was too busy doing other things. I didn't see NXT.
I was at a wedding. I've seen some clips with. I don't watch NXT to be. I should start watching NXT. There's some really good wrestlers down there.
But I did hear that our champion at NXT, Miss the Man, did defend her title tonight. I did see that. I did hear that.
So the Baron, I know Baron Corbin has had he was who the hell is he feuding with? They're outside, he was getting his ass slammed in a car, and oh man, I don't know. It was pretty rad actually. It's something you don't see WWE do a lot of anymore. Is any of this outside in the parking lot type stuff. You just don't see it anymore. Like
they're more in the locker room, anything. If in the back, they do more in the back than they do in the parking lot anymore that they used to.
And so it reminded me a little bit of the AEW a few weeks ago. They had that spot, when at the I think it was AEW All In maybe or whatever that big show was they had overseas.
Right.
I think I don't know, what was it, Jungle Boy or somebody like that, or I don't know who the hell. I don't know those guys.
It could have been.
But he was going to slam the one dude onto the car, into the windshield, but he got flipped onto the windshield. But it kind of reminded me of that. I think. I don't know if it's Baron Corbin or the guy he was feuding with got slammed on top of the car.
Right.
So it wasn't quite the same type of spot, but it reminded me a lot of the AEW spot, which I thought was a cool spot. You don't see them use the cars anymore. You used to see during the Attitude Era, there's all sorts of vehicles being used. Whether it's cars or beer trucks or milk trucks or whatever. They just don't do it anymore. It was neat to see them bring it back a little bit. Have the outright stuff.
Bring back the old school stuff. I kind of like that.
And so seeing Baron Corbin, maybe coming along a little bit more, maybe a little bit more of a push. Because I don't think Baron Corbin's a bad wrestler. I think he's good. I just they really.
I never seen a guy like Baron Corbin go to so many shows. Like my man was on Raw, then he's on SmackDown, now he's on NXT. My man gets pushed around so much. It's a shame.
And it reminds me a lot of Drew McIntyre back when he was the chosen one.
Right.
Back before he's even 3-man band, he got pushed around a lot too. Like it was just like they buried him. Like
this is true.
They tried getting him over, and he wasn't getting over. So then they just start burying him and until they're just like irrelevant, and they find something like Drew McIntyre found the 3-man band type of thing.
Oh God, 3-man band, that's so old.
Yeah, Heath Slater and
Heath Slater, yeah.
And so they did that. That got over a little bit, but anyway, that's how I feel about Baron Corbin is like they wanted him to get over the lone wolf Baron Corbin and stuff like that, trying to get him over. Then they had him as the.
I was a fan of what was it, Money Corbin or something like that. It was
whatever it was. He was wearing a suit and not a suit, but like a vest and a tie and stuff, whatever that was. So they had that. Then they just started burying the dude, burying him. He didn't see him for a while, and he shows up in NXT. And they're burying him in NXT, but it seems like he's starting to get a little bit of traction. So I'd like to see him. I'd like to see Baron Corbin get more traction and get a little bit more recognition, and maybe a little bit more of a push. Even if it isn't NXT, like they say NXT is developmental. I almost feel like NXT is almost like just another brand now. You know what I mean? Like because you have Becky Lynch as the champion down there. You have Dom Mysterio as the champion down there.
NXT, North American champion. Yes.
Yeah. So I almost feel like it's just an extension of Raw and SmackDown. It's just another brand now.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. I saw that WWE let go of a lot of wrestlers in the past week or two. Yeah. I was surprised, and a couple of them really caught my eye that they let go. But if we want to go over that later in the show, we can.
We will. Yeah, we'll touch base on that a little bit later.
Joey, thanks for checking in, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Check out the American Badass Baron Corbin stuff because somebody was just talking about American Badass Undertaker. I was watching something, TikTok. I guess it was like a shoot interview, and they're talking about the Undertaker and the American Badass, and so some story that went with that. I don't remember what it was though.
Right, I got you.
Eileen says I'll throw in sour cream and onion potato chips.
We're back to the midnight snack thing, right? I love it.
Adam Glenn says there's a rumor that Bronson Reed was going to join Judgment Day.
I didn't hear that.
I wouldn't be surprised, because you still have those issues with.
No, if anybody's a rumor for Judgment Day, it was Drew McIntyre. I heard. I didn't hear anything about Bronson Reed.
I didn't hear McIntyre.
I did hear. I heard a couple of things on Drew. That he could be joining Judgment Day, but I don't know.
Well, I think somebody's leaving Judgment Day. I think somebody's going to join Judgment Day. I feel like Finn or
McDonough could be the newest member. Yeah. The way they're going, if they're going down that route. So
either Finn or Senior Money in the Bank, will be leaving. I think
that could be a possibility. He's still hanging on to that briefcase, big man. I don't know. When is that going to happen? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. He has until a year. He has a year. It's a year from the review he wanted. So it could be WrestleMania.
Real quick, Joey, if you're watching the show, let me know what you think about Senior Money in the Bank. Is he gonna? When do you think he's gonna chime in for that briefcase? So let me know. I'd like to hear what you think about that. But go ahead.
I think says, is there where he is? Is there where he is now NXT? Yeah, Baron Corbin's been in NXT.
Yes, yes. Baron Corbin is NXT. Yeah,
and it seemed like he got a little bit of a push in NXT. Then he was kind of being buried again. Now I wonder if you're starting to push him a little bit more. I follow Baron Corbin.
It was Happy Corbin, wasn't it? Wasn't that what it was? Happy.
Yeah, Happy Corbin was one.
Happy Corbin, right? Exactly. Yes.
It
just came to me as you were talking to me. I'm like, wait, Happy Corbin.
I forgot what I was going to. I follow Baron Corbin on TikTok, and he had a nice little thing going with the one chef on there. Because Baron Corbin's always cooking on his TikTok page,
right?
And so I thought that was pretty cool. Nice. That's really.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Good. Joey said he has a comment. Go ahead.
Okay, Joey says the spot where it started the CM Punk fight with the glass. Yeah, that started. Actually, that's I guess the whole reason why Punk got fired is that dude looked into the camera and said, "It's real glass. Go cry me a river, or go cry me a river."
Oh, that's right. Now that's right, Joey. I forgot about that. You're right.
And that's when CM Punk ended up, got into the altercation in the back and ended up getting fired. And
right
now, who knows what CM Punk's going to do?
There was a huge thing with Punk. Punk didn't want it to happen. He didn't want to do it or do that part, and the other guy did. And, it was just like a huge confrontation between those two. Yeah, I remember.
It depends on who you ask as to what actually happened. I guess, Punk is saying he's a scapegoat, that he was asked about the glass, if, what he thought, and he thought it was unsafe. And,
Right. He thought that angle was unsafe, and they wanted to do it anyway. So yeah, I get it.
So I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. It doesn't. It's. First and foremost, safety should be top priority for the wrestlers. But I mean, if they want to go out there, they want to use real glass. I said, the hell with it. Let them use real glass. They're stitches.
I guess the question is now: does Punk come back? What do we think?
I don't know. I don't like. So he had so many issues with Triple H, and Triple H is running the show, and
I think Triple H would bring him back, though. I really do.
It's what's best for business is what he used to say when it was corporate Triple H.
The corporate, yeah. Yep.
What's best for business, and I think Punk would be what's best for business, but is that what's going to be what's best for the locker room? I mean, it's
right
from everything you hear. Who the hell knows what's real, what's not, what's true, what's not true, especially with professional wrestling. You hear that Punk is toxic in the locker room and stuff like that. You've been hearing about that since his WWF days or WWE days. I mean, and
well, he had issues with that too when he was here. So
but who knows? Yeah, it's one of those things. It's. They write something in the contract.
Well, I did read somewhere where Shawn Michaels said he loved working with Punk. I mean, he didn't work with him very often, but when he did, he said he really enjoyed it. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know how much Michaels has, what his status is or how much leeway he has, but that's what he was talking about. I kind of read that the other day.
Adam Glenn says he's calling Fat Ass out October 14th.
He's calling Fat. Okay.
I'm Fat Ass. He's calling me out.
Oh, he's calling you out November.
I'm gonna hang him up by his underwear in a tree.
I love it. That's great.
Joey P. Wood says the money feud to have Priest win and Finn turn on him for the title.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so we talked about something like that weeks ago where we thought that Finn would win the title over Seth and then Priest would cash in on him.
That's
obvious to see Priest win the title and then have Finn turn on him. I think that would be I like that. I like that angle.
I like that angle too. I think that'd be good. That would really be good. Yeah.
Winner takes the belt and Judgment Day. Loser has to leave and not look back. So I don't know. Charlo might need to call
1-800-123.
Jermel. I don't know who Jermel Charlo is. Maybe he's watching fights. I don't know. I'm like, who the hell's Charlo?
I don't know who he's. I don't know what he's watching. I have no idea what he's watching.
That chick Jade Cargill.
Oh, Jade Cargill. Okay, yeah, Cargill. Yes.
Cargill from AEW is going to give Rhea a run for the title. That dude or chick scares me. She has ripped muscle on muscles and more muscles on those. She is a specimen. I'll tell you that.
Jade Cargill is awesome. She was awesome in AEW. I'm surprised she left. I was very. Yeah, but she got a huge contract. She signed a big contract with WWE, so she's only going to make her debut one of these days.
They brought her over. They're going to make her champion one way or another.
You would think. I mean, she'll give Rhea a run for her money, and actually, and with Jade Cargill actually coming to WWE, that makes the women's division even that much stronger.
And it is already a really good division. Mostly. Mm-hmm. At least your top, like 5, 6, 7 girls.
Exactly. Bailey, Charlotte, where is what's her name? I haven't seen her in a while. Bianca. Where's she at?
She just wrestled Friday night, I believe.
Okay, so Bailey, Charlotte, Bianca, you still have you can put Natalie in there if you want. Rhea, of course. The list goes on and on, big man. I'm liking it.
Yeah, Natalya, she just lost in like 3 minutes. I think I don't know what they're doing with Natalya Neidhart.
Well, Natty's not. She's not going anywhere.
Which is a bummer because I really liked her and she was so good for so long. But
yeah, I like Natty too. I'm a Natty fan. And Nia's back. Nia just made her return, so it gets better. I'm loving it.
All the women are taping themselves a little bit extra. They're watching themselves a little bit because that woman just hurts everybody. So
she's nasty. I agree. I totally agree.
Adam Glenn said Eileen says boxing. Okay. That's what Paul's watching. He's watching Canelo versus Carlo, and that's what Paul says as well.
Paul's watching boxing. Okay.
So back to Raw here. So we had Seth Rollins challenged Nakamura to another fight
again.
Nakamura comes out, accepts the challenge, but says to Seth, let's make it a last standing match. And Seth accepts that. What do you think about that? Last man standing with Nakamura.
I love it.
be rough, man.
I thought it's going to be a rough match, but those two could pull it off. I mean, I still think Seth retains. I don't see Seth losing.
I feel like Seth is going down this time.
You do? No.
He keeps playing this hurt angled and stuff like that. He's hurt and he's
right
and stuff like that. I mean, Nakamura, he's gonna do some pretty awful things to that man. If
that's the case, then does Priest have anything to do with this? I mean, could he really?
Let's put it this way: we've said this before, but if Seth Rollins wins, I could see Priest cashing in.
Okay.
But if Nakamura wins, I just don't see Priest cashing in.
I don't see them putting the belt on Nakamura, though. I just don't. I can't see that. I just can't.
Well, you're gonna.
Maybe I am. I don't know. I think. Let's put it this way. I don't think he'll win at Fastlane, but I think I'll go this far. I think Seth Rollins might drop the belt at Survivor Series. That's a possibility. I'll take it to there. Rather than that,
not to Nakamura, to somebody else or what?
No, to somebody else. I don't think it'd be Nakamura, but I think whatever Survivor Series, if he's not on a team, I think, and he has an individual match, I think he might drop it there. That's where I'll go that far.
So the match of the night for me was on Monday Night Raw was Dominic Mysterio and Dragon Lee.
Okay, which was very good. Yes. Well,
I mean, they did some absolutely insane things, some great spots. I thought it was so exciting, that match.
I agree.
I actually watched that match twice. I watched it the first time, and then I was on break at work, and I was watching highlights of it.
Right.
I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, Dom can wrestle, dude. People hate him.
Dom's got ups. He can jump. He's good. He's good like that. That's why they keep him around.
He looks kind of quirky. Like, he's not all that muscular. Like, he looks kind of like a teenager, like an overgrown, like clumsy teenager.
That's he's young. He's a young kid. I mean,
he is young, but I'm just like I expect him to be stumbling around. Like, he just looks awkward and clumsy to me, but he's not. He's very, very good.
Well, Dad has taught him well. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been around a lot of wrestling for a long, long time.
I mean, he was been around the business since he was a baby. He's a kid. So he should know what to do. I mean,
but him and Dragon Lee, they just put on one hell of a show.
Well, Dragon Lee's good. I mean, no doubt.
So some of the craziness they were able to do in the ring, the pull off. It's absolutely, like, seeing that kind of athleticism is really awesome.
I agree.
It was cool to see, and like you said, Dom Mysterio, he gets booed so much, it's like whenever he gets on the mic, but when you see him wrestle, it's like, you know what, dude can go.
Oh, he can go, and he's actually doing two shows. I mean, he's doing NXT and he's doing Raw, so give him credit for that.
I don't know if he only defends the title on NXT, or
I believe he does, because he hasn't defended it on Raw at all.
But I know Dragon Lee, I guess he's coming up from NXT.
Yes.
It seems like he's popping on a WWE program a little bit more, because I think he was at SmackDown as well.
Yep. Dragon Lee's just doing all shows. He's everywhere.
So you had Drew McIntyre out there with Grayson Waller effect, right? No, he was on Miz TV, wasn't he? Miz TV, that's what it was.
Miz TV, yes.
He was out there with Miz.
Yes.
And so it seems like Drew's starting to turn a little bit. What do you think?
Drew's starting to turn. You can see it. It's coming. It's definitely showing up. I mean, each time you see him, he's getting nastier. His face expressions, his comments. You can just see where he's coming from. We're getting a bad Drew McIntyre. I don't know if I like it or not, but that's what's happening.
I do. He needs to turn. He's stale as a baby face right now. He's not getting a push. Turn the heel.
Well, he's going against the New Day too, but he got confronted by the New Day. So yeah.
Well, the last few weeks, him and the moron that got fired, no socks. What's his no shoes? Your boy.
Stop. Stop. Yeah, Riddle's gone. I'm upset. I was crying. I was upset.
No Shoes Riddle.
Yeah.
He and Drew McIntyre, they've had a couple run-ins over the last so many weeks with the New Day. Between them and the Viking Raiders, it always seems to come down to something happens between Drew and the New Day. There's always Drew and the New Day. I don't think it was ever Riddle and the New Day, but it always seemed like Drew and the New Day, something was always happening where either the New Day accidentally hit Drew.
Well, they were in his way. Right. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
And so it was they kept having their run-ins and stuff like that. So then so Drew's on Miz TV. He ends up having a match with Kofi Kingston,
which was good. Very good.
Good match. We all know Kofi can wrestle. Drew can wrestle. So it was a good match. Not bad at all. Drew ends up winning.
Yep.
And the Viking Raiders come out. They're stomping Kofi, and Drew doesn't. Drew just says, "You know what? Screw this. I'm out." So
I'm out. He didn't even come back in the ring. He didn't. He just walked out.
You see it. You can see the heel turn coming a mile away now. So it's
it's only a matter of time. Yeah, it's coming.
On the horizon. Hey,
New Day. Are we tired of New Day, or are we just like?
I think they're old now. I like old news. Like it's. I think that their time off hurt them.
Okay.
Because they're so hot for so long, and then they're off TV for a while. I don't remember. I don't know why if they're all injured or if they're just taking a break.
I think Kofi was injured. I think that's what it was. Yeah,
I knew Big E was injured. I thought Kofi might have been injured, but I don't know what Xavier Woods. I feel like he was around a little bit, but not often. But there was no New Day for how long?
Kofi was on the shelf. He had to be because when they brought him back, But it's good. I like the New Day. I always did. I'm okay with New Day. I have no issues with New Day. I just don't want them as tag team champions. Other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah. I was one of those guys that hated the New Day in the beginning. I'm like, this is stupid.
Right.
It's corny. And then they bring the trumpet out. Like Xavier Woods brings the trumpet out, and starts doing the trumpet. Like, this is so stupid. And then after, a couple of weeks of it, I'm like, I find myself, New Day sucks.
Day sucks.
Sucks, and then it's New Day rocks. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm a New Day fan now. Some bootios. I'm wearing colorful clothing. So around. It took a couple of weeks, but I really like New Day. I really like Big E. It's a bummer what happened to Big E.
Right.
I really like Big E and Kofi together. Xavier Woods, I could take or leave, but he was the comedy outside and stuff.
Well, you have to remember, the New Day always will have the younger crowd liking them. That's just like
the little kids. That's what they were pandering.
The little kids, right? Exactly. The teenagers and the little guys. They'll always like do that.
I don't know if they're still doing that or not, or if they're still kind of pandering to the younger crowd, or
not as much as they were before. But you can still see that people still love. I mean, when the New Day chant comes around, people are still doing it. I mean, which is cool. And I miss Kofi. Do you remember when Kofi was a Jamaican guy back in the day?
Oh, I would have swore up and down that he was Jamaican.
He was not even close.
It's so disheartening all those years thinking that he's Jamaican. Paradise, and you come on and you talk Jamaican and stuff like that. Like,
man, I'm from Jamaica. I love that Kofi. I miss that Kofi. I know.
And then when he started talking normal, it's like, this is bullshit. I hate you like this. You kind of take it with wrestling. It's you don't know what's real, what's not real. But I would have swore that man was from Jamaica. I would have
not even close.
Lost a lot of money.
Oh well,
So to finish off, Raw, we had Judgment Day defending their titles against Sammy and KO tag team.
Yeah, it was a great match. It really was.
It always is. When those guys get together, it's always going to be great. When you have Priest and Jesus Christ, I can't think of his name. Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. Yeah, Finn.
KO. It's always a great match. Those guys are all really good together. They work well together. And you didn't think that Sammy and KO were going to win that, did you?
No, I did not at all. But all that did was set up for Survivor Series. That's your team, that team. Let's go. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you had.
Does it bother you that they still have the tag team titles unified?
No.
I can't stand it. I hate it so much.
I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
Carrying around 2 different colored belts, 4 belts. Like, this is so stupid. Put the goddamn SmackDown belts back on SmackDown. Have your SmackDown tag team champions. I hate it.
Well, I was happy to see Cody. Cody came in the end, which was really good. Cody comes in there, defend. He's helping out, Sammy and Kevin, which I'm okay with. And then Judgment Day, they had what's his name? Came in there and helped JD McDonough. Yeah, right. So
Well, I think McDonough helped him win the match, if I remember correctly.
He did. Yep.
So this is leading you all towards Survivor Series. Yeah, well, I think it really is.
But it goes back to Priest, though. Think about it. It goes back to Priest. Priest yelling at JD McDonough, saying, "Stay out of our business. You're not a part of Judgment Day. We want nothing to do with you." And all of a sudden, he comes out and helps them out. So it's going that direction, where you can see that Priest is going to roll from Judgment Day. That's what I'm looking at. Right.
Or he's going to want JD's help, and JD's not going to help him, and it leads to some sort of conflict that way or whatever.
Right, in that direction. Right, exactly.
Let me see here. Let me scroll back a couple comments here.
What do we got here?
All right, hang on here. We got they really start coming through here. All right. We got Adam saying Natty, Natalya Neidhart is a jobber.
That she is. Adam, you're right. I agree.
It's unfortunate. Paul says, I'm done ever since Payback. Upgrades after upgrades. No damn Liv Morgan. Plan could have been executed. We were so close. I think that's why they upgraded you guys. They heard of your plan to kidnap Liv, and she wasn't there. And they're like, you know what? We got to upgrade these clowns. They had schematics and blueprints out there. And
Ken, let me tell you, that night was crazy. Entering the building, not knowing what was going on, going to the front desk, asking what's the deal. She gives me these 2 tickets into the Captain Morgan, what do you call it, club box, right? That night, it was just weird. It was just, but it worked out for us. It was great. It was one of those nights where everything just kept going our way. You couldn't beat it.
You just didn't get Liv.
Except for Liv. Everything but Liv.
You guys got all these awesome experiences and awesome things to happen to you, and then,
right. And no, he was mad. He was not.
He went home and ate a bowl of rice, probably cold.
He was. The ride home was like, "Where's Liv at? I miss Liv." I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Eileen says you could write Seth off if it's last man standing. So she thinks that Seth is going to go down to last man standing.
Ooh, okay.
Paul says, I heard 2023 is the year of champs. Damn it, Asuka and Io. Oh, okay.
Right.
Asuka and Io, and coming before this year, Nakamura. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Japan wrestling, New Japan wrestling, so they had some pretty good. I don't know if Io wrestled in New Japan or not. I know Asuka did.
I'm not sure what Io's doing.
But
Io's champ. That's all I know.
The Japanese wrestlers did have themselves a year. I think said I did not watch Raw and I forgot to record it. I thought it had it on record while I watched Monday Night Football, but nope. We got you covered for the most part here, Eileen.
We got you covered.
We got you covered. If Raw's 3 hours, it's tough to watch. It's very hard to watch. Adam says Big E is done. New Day will break up. Big E is done. I don't think he's
Big E's been done. He's been done for a while now.
I thought I heard something about him being a commentator. I don't know if that's
I don't think New Day will break up though. They can't do that. Mm-mm.
It doesn't seem like it that they're
They tried Big E on his own before and it didn't work out. I'm sorry. Woods was on his own for a while. He didn't work out too well.
So Big E, which is what's such a bummer about Big E, is like I thought I was going to give him a really big push, main event type push, right around that same time he got hurt. So that was the big bummer of it, because Big E was very good. Like, he was getting better on the mic. His in ring skills were there. He had to look, big strong guy. That's what McMahon likes, and
right.
It was just unfortunate that he got thrown on top of his head.
Yeah, bad timing. That's all it was.
Eileen says, you guys miss Matt Riddle. I don't miss Matt Riddle.
I do. I'm a Riddle guy.
I am not a Riddle guy. I would be a Riddle guy if he wore some damn shoes.
Actually, but when we get to SmackDown, I can't. We'll talk about more of that. But go ahead.
Paul says any full-grown man wearing a unicorn on their head wearing New Day shirts need to be punched. And then Paul says,
same one.
Oh, is it? There's two of them. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, so this one is different. It says any full-grown man wearing a unicorn on their head needs to have their man card revoked on many levels. Okay. I'm like, hell, I didn't click that one.
Oh, my gosh.
So Paul, I bet you Paul has the unicorn thing at home too. He's probably wearing it right now. Probably, like lighting up. He's eating a bowl of Booty-O's right now. He
probably is. Yeah.
I'm eating the Booty-O's, wearing my unicorn hat.
Oh God, you guys are crazy. You guys and your Booty-O's. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we'll move on to SmackDown here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the overlay for the SmackDown here so I can make it official. There it is.
There you go. Well, we're SmackDown now. You want to do some sponsors for SmackDown?
No, you know what? We can do the sponsors right now, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do the sponsors now, get that out of the way, and
cool.
We'll hit SmackDown hard here. So we'll start off with the OG, Jay Fine Law, Jason Fine, attorney, Big Al. You can call Big Al at 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Jay Fine Law, Jason Fine, specializes in motor vehicle accidents, slip and falls, workman's comp, and personal injury claims. So I guess Baron Corbin probably can fall underneath all those categories after his recent backstage brawl with that car and stuff with that other dude. They have 3 office locations throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey. In the Garden State, they have an office located at Cherry Hill, New Jersey. 3 Greensward Lane, Cherry Hill. The number there is 856-209-5258. Then in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the office is located at 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. The phone number there is 412-365-8151. And then last but not least, of course, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. The office is located at 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. The phone number there is 267-888-2980. Mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, and you'll get a special discounted rate at 33 1/3%. I'm not sure what that really means, but
I don't know either.
Make sure you mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. And then, of course, monkeycoltcoffee.com. Go to monkeycoltcoffee.com. Get your coffee there, the bourbon chocolate chip infused, the toasted coconut rum, which is my personal favorite, and the brand new Sumatran blend, a medium roast coffee. Very good. Drinking a bag of that, right? Well, I'm not drinking the bag, but you know what I mean. I have a bag right now I've been drinking, making coffee out of. They also have, in the swag shop, they have mugs, they have tumblers, T-shirts. The cold brew pitcher is fantastic for making cold brew coffee. K-cup adapters for all you K-cuppers out there. The rum cake, the Paradise rum cake is very good as well. So go to monkeycoltcoffee.com. Get yourself some stuff from Monkey Colt. Use that promo code at checkout, OOTB Sports, for 10% off. The promo code, once again, is OOTB Sports for 10% off. And last but not least, our newest sponsor here at Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, Dugout Mugs. The ultimate game day mug is the Dugout Mug. Go to dugoutmugs.com. Find your favorite Major League Baseball team there, or get one personalized, company logo, or, a picture of your cat or something. I don't know, whatever you want to get on that, etched onto the Dugout Mug. They'll do pretty much anything there. So go to dugoutmugs.com. All different sorts of dugout mugs, not only the ones that you see there on your picture. They also have the aluminum bat dugout mugs, the shortstop dugout mugs, which is a little bit smaller than a regular one. They have the wine glass dugout mug, knob shots, which is the bottom of the bat. They have coasters, the home plate coasters, which are new right now. Regular coasters with all your baseball teams on there. We have baseballs that are cut in half, used as bottle openers. So many different types of things baseball-wise at dugoutmugs.com. At checkout, be sure to use that promo code OOTBSports20. That's OOTBSports20 for 20% off of your order. Remember, Christmas is right around the corner, so get your orders in now. Get them in early so they have so you have time to get them, before Santa Claus is delivering them there, so Santa Claus has a chance to stop by Dugout Mugs headquarters down there in Florida and pick up those Dugout Mugs and deliver them. And because his elves can't do this, they don't have the technology or the lathes or nothing like that to make this stuff, so they need to they need to stop off of Florida the day before Christmas, or even on their route through Florida when they're doing it. They got to stop off there in Florida to pick up those Dugout Mugs that are ordered, and use that promo code OOTB Sports 20.
Go get that Dugout Mugs. Dugout. I can't even say it. Go get those Dugout Mugs.
We have one more comment before we hit SmackDown. We have Eileen says, I'm going to get a Dugout Mug that says OOTBS #1 fan. There you go.
Eileen, we love it. We love it.
Be awesome. If you do that, Eileen, you're probably just joking, but if you do that, when you get it, you have to show it. So
right. You got to show it. Exactly.
I got a Dugout Mug. My Mets one, it's as big as my head. You see that? And then the aluminum bat one, same size, but it's aluminum.
I have to get one for Christmas. That's what I'm going to do.
I'll be ordering another one soon.
There you go.
Gotta get some more overtime in there. So I got a brand new truck to pay for. So things are a little bit tighter than they were before. All right.
There you go.
So hitting SmackDown. Oh no, we have issues here.
3 weeks of SmackDown we've missed.
Adam Glenn says he's the #1 fan.
We have a tie here.
We got an issue here, Eileen. I don't know.
Adam and Eileen. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, guys. In our heart, you're both our #1 fans.
That is correct.
We're on every show.
You're hanging with us at 12:53 on a Saturday on a Sunday morning. We appreciate everything you guys do. Believe me, we do.
So, absolutely, 100%. So we go to SmackDown. We open the show with the Bloodline, of course, and they're boasting about how they attacked AJ
Styles, yep,
and John Cena, and they stomping him and stuff like that. Well, Carl Anderson from the Good Brothers comes out from the OC, attacks the New Day. And it leads to a match between Carl Anderson and Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso
kind of an odd match if you think about it. Like, where did Carl Anderson come from? Like,
I don't know. Like, they kind of fed him to the wolves, if you ask me. Like, it's just in. I thought Carl Anderson really had a chance. So I mean, it's like one of those things. Like, kind of just.
I love the OC. Don't get me wrong, and I love Carl Anderson. I love I am a big OC fan, but I just can't understand why Carl Anderson. Where is this?
Well, with AJ Styles being stomped, and that's
okay. Now that you say that, that makes sense. Okay.
With they're out there because I know AJ was pissed off at them weeks ago, like month and a half ago, that they weren't helping out.
Right.
And it seems like so, and that almost makes me think that's kind of building up for Survivor Series type thing. Is it going to be the Bloodline, plus somebody else against, the OC and John Cena, the Cool Club or whatever the hell they call themselves, the original club, and John Cena with the Good Brothers, AJ and John Cena against the Bloodline. I don't know.
Well, John Cena. The last I checked, John Cena was still looking for a partner for Fastlane. So
I do believe he found one.
I think he did. I think he did too. I don't know.
So Jimmy Uso ends up winning that match. I don't remember.
I didn't see much of the match. I was bowling, so I didn't get to see all of it. But
I feel like I don't remember if after the match, if they're stomping Carl Anderson, they got chased out. I don't remember exactly what happened.
I think you're right. I think that's what they said. Yeah.
They got to the top of the ramp, and what's her name, Marcy or
somebody slapped Jimmy over.
It's the girl that's with the
Jay. Sorry, I keep saying Jim.
It was Jimmy that you got slapped.
I meant Jim. I get them mixed up all the time. Yeah.
But
they are twins. I mean, come on,
the girl that's always with the Good Brothers. What's her name? Is her name Marcy?
I believe so. I want to say that.
Something along that lines. It's something like that. But she ends up slapping Jimmy in the face.
I caught that. Yeah.
And so so Solo was kind of like, damn.
I mean, even Paul Heyman, did you see Heyman's face? He was like, whoa.
And so throughout the night, the reoccurring theme was then throughout the night was the Bloodline like attacked and WWE officials.
They attacked the whole locker room.
Yeah, just attacking everybody. Just over and over and over again. Wreaking havoc.
Right.
So that happened throughout the night.
They were to make sure that John Cena did not get a partner for Fastlane. That was the whole thing. Right.
So fast forward a little bit. You have the Grayson Waller effect with Bobby Lashley.
That was
Lashley
crazy.
comes out. He's pissed off at his boys.
Street Profits.
Street Profits.
Yes.
And so he's pissed off at the Street Profits that they lost the week before to was it the LWO? No, who was
I believe it was the LWO.
So yeah. I think I have it written down here. I have LWO. But I didn't write down their names. It wasn't Ray and Santos. It was the other two. The other two guys. But anyway, Lashley's pissed off at his boys that they come walking out and he's like no, get the hell out of here. I'm done with yous. And basically saying, prove to me that you're worthy
to be with me.
My help. Stuff like that.
Right.
In not so many words.
But okay, before we go there, is Lashley injured? Is that why he's not wrestling?
I have no idea. I have zero idea what's up with Lashley.
Because I haven't seen Lashley in the ring in a while, so I was just wondering.
And we might see him in the ring, fairly soon. I don't know.
Okay.
So Lashley leaves. Later in the show, you had what the hell was it?
What's that?
So you had Ray versus Escobar for the U.S. title.
For the U.S. title, yes.
Good match there. Ray versus Santos Escobar. Again, they wrestled before. Ray comes out on top.
Ray retained. Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Did the Street Profits attack Ray and Escobar?
I believe. No, I don't think so.
They came out and they attacked somebody. Maybe it was the other LWO members.
That could have been.
But now so anyway, Escobar actually challenged Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits to a match. He says LWO's challenging them to a match. So maybe Lashley isn't hurt. Maybe he's just not wrestling right now. Or
I thought he was injured. That's why he wasn't wrestling. But I could be wrong.
So that went down where Santos Escobar challenged Lashley and the Street Profits to a match versus LWO. And I should have wrote down their names. I can't think of who they're the guys that I don't know because I know Ray and Santos Escobar. The other two guys, I don't know who the hell they are.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
It's not a name. I can't even guess their names right now. Who the other two members of the LWO are?
Toro Cruz.
Yeah. Yep. That's and there's another one that's
Cruz del Toro and Wild. Joking Wild, I think it was, or Jordan. I can't pronounce it.
The Cruz one I remember. The other one I don't remember.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like the Street Profits attacked those two guys, and so that's when Escobar challenged Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits to a match versus those two guys and the LWO. So
gotcha.
I know Grayson Waller was trying to get Lashley to take on to forget about the Street Profits and start managing dumbass Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
Right. Oh, come on. He won't.
And Bobby Lashley's like, no, I'm not having none of that.
That's not going to happen. No.
Bobby Lashley.
That's what what's it called? Waller wanted. That's what he wanted to try, and he was trying to get Lashley to make that happen on the Waller effect. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, Theory had a match.
Theory actually had a match. It was.
I don't have it written down. I don't remember who.
It was against Cameron Grimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Theory defeated Cameron Grimes.
So on his way, he ended up pushing somebody then, and I guess Waller's like, "You're better than that," and kind of. I don't remember. I didn't really see. I didn't watch that match. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't know what happened. I don't even have it written down in my notes. So, but I knew there was some sort of shenanigans, not shenanigans, but something happened. Like it feels like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are going to be a tag team moving forward. They're going to be a bigger part. That's what it's like.
That's what it's going to be, right? Yeah, great.
So that's what I was trying to get at. I'm stumbling my way through and looking at my notes like I have nothing written down on it. I don't know why, because I remember reading about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Theory started a confrontation with Dragon Lee. That's what it was.
Yeah, okay, that's what Dragon Lee. That's who it was. He was in the audience. He was in the. I think he was in the front row somewhere.
Yeah, right.
So that's what it was. It was Dragon Lee. Now that you say it, I remember that.
Yes.
So you have that. I don't know what the hell. Like Dragon Lee's everywhere. I don't know if he's like a free agent or something. I don't know.
Don't know. He's all over the place.
Had Charlie versus Bailey.
Great, good match. I did see that. I watched. I did watch.
Like Charlotte said to Bailey, Bailey's one of the original four horsewomen that came up and revolutionized WWE's women's division. And
I was talking to friends. I was talking to a bunch of friends of mine on that match because we have a what do you call it? Phone tree, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know. But we were talking about the match, and we're saying, why does Charlotte always have to win? Well, she's the queen. I get that. That's fine. Why can't Bailey just win once? I mean, Bailey never beat Charlotte for any reason. But go ahead.
I guess it's like for like you said, Charlotte is the queen. So
right. I mean, but it just seems like Bailey never gets the win over Charlotte. Every time they go again, if they finish, Bailey always she never beats Charlotte. I think she beat her once, maybe one time, but normally Charlotte gets the win.
So it was a good match. Like both women are phenomenal in the ring. You had Io Sky and
Asuka.
You had Damage Control out at ringside. You had Io Sky and the other lady from Damage Control. I don't know her name.
Go ahead, keep going. It'll come to me.
I get back the picture. She was hurt for a while. She just came back, but I can't think of what her name is. But anyway, so Charlotte ends up winning the match. Asuka comes down and starts. I love.
I can't understand what she says. But go ahead.
Crazy ass stuff. Like she makes crazy ass expressions with her face.
Right.
And she's like, I love Asuka. But she goes out there, she starts like screaming like Japanese type stuff at Io or at Damage Control in general.
Right.
And Bailey gets on the mic and says, "You want a triple threat match? You got it, Charlotte, Asuka versus Io Sky." And Io Sky's like, "That's not what she said. That's not what she said." We talked about this before. You could see, what we thought were cracks developing in Damage Control between Bailey and Io Sky.
Right. Well, Bailey accepted the match for Io.
Yeah,
like you said, you're right. And Io was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, Io's like, "That's not what she said. She didn't say that in Japanese." And
right.
It was funny. It was comical, and
it was good. It was good. Yeah, that's now you got to have a triple threat between Asuka, Io, and Charlotte. There you go. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
those Damage Control altogether is just I think is funny.
Oh, Adam says he wins because he watched Raw.
That's the number one fan thing there. If you're not,
I got you.
Adam wants to know who's paying Ken. Nobody's paying Ken. Eileen says, "When's the last time Reigns been on SmackDown?" Yeah, we mentioned that earlier in the show.
It's been a while, Eileen. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
They used to have that rule where you have to defend the title at least once every 30 days. And when was it? Was it SummerSlam? Right?
I believe
it's actually over a month now that he's been on. That he's defended the title. It has to.
Oh, it's got to be SummerSlam. Yeah, that was last time.
It had to be SummerSlam. Him and versus Jey Uso.
Right.
You can tell. I think they both probably got dinged up during that match because Jey was off for a couple weeks after that.
Yep.
Pretty much off. He didn't really have any major matches. He did have some interactions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
like minor altercations with Jimmy. But
why am I having a brain? My brain's not working for some reason. That Io, Bailey, and who am I missing? I forget her name.
Well, let's see. Eileen told us because I don't remember what her name is. I don't.
Why is it not coming to me?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it'll come. It will. Give it time. I'll figure it out. If anyone would help us out, Damage Control, help us out. It's Io, Bailey, and who's the third one? I can't think of it. If you know it, let us know.
It's getting. That's what the problem is. It's getting.
Yeah, the brain's not working too well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since Roman's been on anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen Roman in a while. No.
I think he was on.
Actually, I did hear he's coming. I think a few weeks. I think I did see that. I think they said Roman will be there.
He was on SmackDown. I think the week after, the week after SummerSlam because
right.
he was laughing about Jimmy turning on Jay and all that stuff.
Right.
So the next comment we have Eileen saying Solo attacked Carl Anderson, then Mia Yim came out and slapped Jimmy. So Mia
Yim, that's right. Thank you. See, Eileen, all over it.
I don't remember who I was saying. What was I saying? Like Millie or Mill? I don't
know. You said Millie. Yeah, it was Mia. Yeah, yes.
So I was close.
Right.
I knew she was with Carl Anderson and the Good Brothers. Right. Eileen says, is Bobby Lashley hurt, and that's why he's not actually wrestling? That's something we just talked about. We're not for sure. I haven't seen or heard anything that he was actually hurt. But right. But maybe there's going to be a match with the LWO versus Lashley and the Street Profits, the new Hurt Business, wherever the hell they're calling themselves. Eileen says Dragon Lee was the ref for Dom's match tonight on NXT. Oh. Mm-hmm. Adam finally chimes in as the second number one biggest fan.
Group message.
That's what you're trying to think of before his group message.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yes, thank you.
Eileen says Bailey agreed to a triple.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Io and Charlotte. It's so great that Bailey did that. It's so funny and
I agree.
It really.
Dakota Kai.
There you go. That's pretty good.
Dakota Kai. Thank you. Key in my head. Thank you.
Eileen says, Adam worrying about you, Ken. He better watch out for me. Yeah, Adam, you're like, oh yeah, October 14th. You better.
Yes. Yeah. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io. Why did Dakota Kai come to my head? I don't know why I was thinking that.
Ken, are you going to work OT? I'm going to have to work more OT to pay for my truck. Yes.
Okay. Keep working on OT, big man.
We got to put the time in to get paid, right?
This is true.
So later on, getting to the cream of the crop here with John Cena, looking for his partner, and for this match against the
which originally was supposed to be AJ Styles, but
AJ's in the hospital. Paul Heyman. I think Paul Heyman was saying it.
They took AJ out.
Jimmy, I think Jimmy actually said it. That AJ's in a hospital somewhere, blah blah blah. So you have Jimmy and Solo coming down. They're going to come down and beat the snot out of John Cena.
Yep.
Of course, they were beating the snot out of John Cena.
Well, Cena said, "I'll take two." He said, "I'll take on 2 on 1 at Fastlane if I have to." So. Cena said he was going to be his own partner, but the music hits. Well, before we go there, are you happy to see John Cena back?
Yeah, absolutely. I love John Cena.
Okay, just checking.
I'm a big John Cena. What about you? What are you asking that for a reason?
I love Cena. I'm a Cena guy. I'm just like, but with him and The Rock back, like was them together, seeing them together in the back, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
He goes, I see you smiling, and right there, I started cracking up. Like, there you go.
All the same episode. You had Rock, John Cena, and Pat McAfee.
I know. Crazy.
A bunch of jerk offs in Denver.
And I'm sure ratings went huge to the roof with that. So
you would think, but again, not knowing that they were going to be there, so you'd have to figure there's a lot of late watchers. Like, oh my god, like word of mouth, right. Social media. Not like when we were younger during the Attitude Era. Flipping back and forth. You had to sit there and. Hit the recall button on the remote control, see what's going on in WCW, then hit recall again to see what's going on in WWE.
Right.
Like, go back and forth like that. You know, now you have with social media and stuff, you could be watching a show and your phone would blow up. You're like, oh, this is going on WWE, so you just check that out. Then we had no heads up or nothing. We were just constantly back and forth.
Yep. No, I just having those guys back is great. Rock being back is great. I love Cena. Cena's on for a while. I don't know how long he's going to be there. We'll see. Find out. But he'll definitely be a Fastlane, so we know that for sure.
He's here to work, so it's I don't expect him to be in some sort of like championship picture or main event type picture, but
no. But Cena looks great. Cena looks really good.
I mean, his hair is kind of
besides that, he still looks buff. You know, he looks good.
Oh yeah, it's you got to check out his show Peacemaker though.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'll check it out.
We talked about it before, so you can't watch it with your kids around. So
right,
gotcha. Yeah, but he's super funny and very says the F word a lot. So
I'm sure he does.
He does. So yeah, so the music hits. And Cena's partner is revealed. Dave, tell us who Cena's partner is going to be.
L.A. Knight. Yeah. Love it.
That was a surprise to me.
That place erupted when his music hit. That place went off the charts. And it's about time they're putting L.A. Knight in a main event. It's about time. It's only a matter of time.
It's fight or flight now for LA Knight. There's no.
I love it. I love it.
Let's see if he's main event caliber. That's
what absolutely. In my eyes, he is. I don't know about anybody else's.
I believe he's a main eventer. I believe he can be. This is what he's gonna have to show it now. He's gonna be with Cena.
He said he's going after Roman. Like he's trying to go after Roman one of these days. So I can't wait to see that.
Well, like he mentioned, he talked about he goes, I don't care what it is. It's this title, whether it's the champion on Raw, Seth Rollins, or whether it's Roman Reigns. And he kind of smiled into the camera. So
the reason LA Knight was off camera a couple weeks ago or a week ago because he had COVID. That was.
Oh, did he really have COVID? Oh,
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
The kissing disease.
That is correct. That's not the kissing disease. No, it's not. The kissing, that's a stupid thing. Mono, thank you.
I've been saying that recently though, because I think it's funny. Like, somebody's like, oh, they got COVID. Oh, it's the kissing disease.
I thought it was the mumps. What do I know?
Mono is the kissing disease.
Okay, I got you. If you watch the Brady Bunch episode, it's the mumps.
Well, maybe that's the same thing. I don't know.
Because he kissed Mills and he thought he had the mumps. Remember?
No, I don't remember that.
I'm just saying.
I did watch the Brady Bunch before, but I
Bobby kissed Millicent, and he thought he had the mumps, and he had to stay away from everybody because she had the mumps. She thought she had the mumps, but she didn't.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Swap and spit.
It's quarter after one. I'm talking about the Brady Bunch. Something right.
The Bobby Brady smooching
on. I just happened to see the episode not too long ago. And you brought it up, so.
I didn't bring up the Brady Bunch. You did.
No, you brought. All right, go ahead.
Adam Glenn says, "Bring it to Eileen."
We saw that earlier.
The gauntlet has thrown down. Adam says, "If Ken works PT, this show will be. If Kenny works
part-time,
show will be canceled. If Kenny works OT." If Kenny works OT, this show will be canceled.
Your show will be canceled. Yeah,
I don't know. So it kind of depends on what else we got going on.
We can always make it work. It's no big deal.
It's kind of like with we had to get on tonight. We had to get on this weekend because we haven't been on the last couple of weekends.
Yep.
And even though we were both extremely busy this weekend, we still had to find time to get on. For you,
we're on now. We're doing it. So
we'll figure something out.
This show will never die. We'll keep it going as long as we can.
If we're busy, it might be on a different time, but we'll let you know.
We'll make it work, Adam. We will make it work.
Eileen says LA Knight looks refreshed. He does. He look younger for some reason. I don't know why.
Great. He looks great. I love it. Eileen, LA Knight to me is the man. He's the man right now. He's the man.
He looks like he's like refreshed, like you said, refreshed. But he looks younger. He looks brighter. He's
only 40. He's 40.
That's old.
Not really. He's been in the league for a while.
How old are you, Dave?
We're not going to go there.
50.
Not quite. Not there yet.
Oh, you're pretty close, though.
Not there. Not July, but we're not there yet. We got plenty of time.
All right. Well, you look younger than I do, so if that says anything.
That's a beautiful thing. This is true.
Paul Spencer, I forgot to read this one. He says, "Damn, I'm back. The fight was one-sided." I assume Canelo probably, because I think he's the bigger name out of the two.
I have a question. Where is Mr. Fuji 2.0? Haven't seen him all night. Where are they at?
Mr. Fuji, if you read this comment here, it says, "Haven't watched SmackDown in 3 weeks due to my football games. We won 23-0 this week." Congratulations, first off, Paul. But Mr. Fuji, Dave, Mr. Fuji is in Paul's basement right now going over film for next Friday's game.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Paul's an assistant coach. They sit there, they go over film, they break down film, set up the schemes for the next opponent and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with Mr.
I was just wondering. We haven't heard from Mr. Fuji 2.0 in a while. I just wonder what's going on.
I'm sure Mr. Fuji 2.0 will be back as soon as the football season's over and he's allowed to leave the basement.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay. So, gotcha.
First he was locked in the closet by you. Now he's locked in the basement.
Right. I locked him in the closet. That's right. I did.
Adam says, "Work is busy. Get ready for OT." I know work is busy because I work there. It is crazy busy right now. I guess they're saying it's back up to the pre-pandemic levels. So we were
there you go.
Before COVID hit. So that's good for business, bad for Kenny in overtime.
So my question to you is John Cena and LA Knight, are they going to be a good tag team? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah, I think they will be. And I think eventually they're going to end up fighting each other.
I think so, too.
And I think something's going to happen. Maybe not. I don't know if it'll happen at Fastlane or not, but something's going to happen where they kind of get it, mean mug each other a little bit and get in each other's way. One hits the other one by accident. No, that's on purpose. No, that was by accident. No, it was on purpose. And then they're going to end up having a match, and that's the next step for LA Knight to become top dog.
I think so. I think that's where this is going. Right, yep. And I think Survivor Series, it might be that. You never know.
It very well could be. I still think that Survivor Series is going to be those guys will be in a match.
Is this a Survivor Series War Games, though? Is that what they're calling it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay, I think that's what I heard. I don't know for sure.
Like we talked about this a few weeks ago about Survivor Series, where I think it might have been Eileen said that it's champion versus champion, or was it Eileen? I don't know who it was. Said Survivor Series, maybe it was Adam. Says champion versus champion, but I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
Gotcha.
I think we just had War Games on NXT, but I could be wrong with that.
Okay, gotcha. I don't know. Like to me, I love Survivor Series. It's one of my favorite pay-per-views. That and Royal Rumble.
I used to watch, like it was I don't know if it was Thanksgiving night or if it was Friday after Thanksgiving, but it was always right around Thanksgiving, and I used to love watching it, because it was during the week and stuff, and the teams that would get together, like the Ultimate Warriors and the Macho Man's team, or whatever the hell they were calling themselves. I always thought they were pretty neat.
The Powers of Pain.
It's just like natural disasters and.
Natural disasters, right? Yeah.
Paul Spencer said he's Mr. Fuji 2.0 is an assistant coach. He is a mathematical genius. He has given me statistical evaluations of other teams' tendencies. He's going to go over game film week to week until maybe late November if we make it to Disney this year. You guys will make it to Disney this year, I have no doubt.
Okay.
Mr. Fuji 2.0 being your secret weapon in the basement, going over your film. Adam says, if Paul wants to be a head coach, move to Pottsville.
Oh, there you go.
So Paul did say he'd like to be a.
He does want to be a head coach. He definitely wants to be a head coach.
Sure. There we go. You got to start somewhere, Paul. You might have to move to the school to do it, but
Pottsville's looking for a coach. There you go, babe.
We have cheap houses. Not looking for a coach yet, but the way it's going, it could be.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
So you have anything else there, Dave, or like what else?
I think we're good to go. I think we covered pretty much everything. SmackDown.
Well, I have one more quick question for you. This has nothing to do with SmackDown or Raw. I've been wanting to ask this question for how long, but I keep forgetting to bring it up.
What's that?
It's wrestling. It's about wrestling.
Okay, good.
Do you think Hulk Hogan deserves all the heat that he's getting? Like it seems like whenever I watch something where somebody's talking about Hulk Hogan,
Right.
they talk about how much of a liar he is, how much he's a phony, how much he's always about himself. Like he seems like Hulk Hogan gets bashed a lot. Do you think that's warranted, or do you think Hulk Hogan brought that on himself?
I think he brought it on. I think he brought it on himself.
Kind of makes me think, like why is everybody busting Hogan's balls all the time for?
Well, Hulk Hogan is still a god of wrestling. You can't deny that. But he brings that stuff. I mean, he's going through a divorce. He lost his kids. He's going through a lot. He really has. I mean, right. I mean, the whole, the black thing with the, whatever. He's going through a lot over the past, 10 plus years.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just got married again. I think he just got married again. He's got that Hulk Hogan thing down in Miami, I think it is, or whatever. Hogan's, what is it called? Hogan something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I don't. I think
karaoke with Hogan or something stupid, whatever it is.
I didn't know it was that. I thought it was something like a regular shop.
No. Yeah, well, he's got his shop, but he's got something that he does with his son. I forget what it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Something with Hogan. Karaoke, something with Hogan. I don't even know. But to me, I think he does. I think he does it to himself. I just do. I think he buries himself. I mean, he puts a lot of stuff on himself. Is what I'm trying to say. I agree with that. I do. But at the end of the day, he's still Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, his legacy will never die. I mean, he's known for what he's known for.
I guess you have to look at it this way. There's a reason why WWE keeps bringing him back, because he's been suspended there for so many times, because he does have I guess a Legends contract or something with them.
He's a name, and you can't. He's a legend. There's no doubt about it.
But I mean, like so many times he's been in trouble with either racial slurs or just different types of things, and they keep bringing him back. It's because he's an icon. He is a legend.
He is a legend.
The business wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't.
And he still looks great today. I mean, he looks great. I mean, I know he can't barely walk, but I mean, he's still in great shape, though. I mean,
he just had I think a back surgery or a hip replacement.
Right. I mean, he can barely walk. But my point being is but in shape wise, he still looks great for his age. I mean,
so my thought on Hogan was, I agree with you 100%. I think a lot of it's he brings on himself because you hear so many different stories. I listened to a little bit of Jim Cornette's snippets of his podcast,
right?
And talking about Hulk Hogan, and this one guy's telling Jim Cornette all these stories that Hulk Hogan has said, and Jim Cornette would just laugh at them and say that never happened. This is what actually happened, and something nowhere near what Hogan said. So it's unbelievable that it's that wrong. But it seems like Hogan's fabricated a lot of things throughout his career, and that his son just keeps coming and coming. I mean, I maybe I'm just
his son was in so much trouble back in the day, and now he's with him. And
well, he had for 2 years he had the Undertaker thinking that he hurt him. That the Undertaker hurt him doing
right with the pile driver. Yeah,
the Undertaker finally watched a film after 2 or 3 years and saw that Hogan's head never even came near the mat, which it didn't. You watch that clip where he gave him the tombstone on the chair, never even came close to the chair. But I mean, that's stuff like that kind of takes away your credibility. But again, he's an icon.
But he lost so much. He lost so much money with his ex-wife. And my God, she took him for everything he was worth. I mean, but
Eileen says he brought it on himself when he made the infamous sex tape with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. I've never wanted not to see a sex tape more than I've not wanted to see that sex tape. It's not chick. That's not for me.
I hear you.
Hogan. Adam Glenn says I did Hogan's wife. Okay, no, okay. Did Hogan's wife leave him for a altar boy? I don't know.
I don't know for sure.
I know Hogan's wife, his old wife, that used to be on with him during the Hogan Knows Best shows and stuff like that on whatever VH1 or whatever it was on MTV.
I remember. Yeah,
they split up. I know
she took him for everything he was worth, though. Oh my God, everything he lost so much money on that marriage. He really did. It was
to Linda. That was her name, right?
Linda. Yep, Linda. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, he just got married not too like a month ago or something like that.
Another blonde chick. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Adam Glenn says good night. Yeah.
Good night, Adam. Yeah.
One last comment here. We got Mr. Paul Spencer saying, Mr. Fuji, back to the basement. Damn it, we have a game Friday. I need game tendencies for Monday's practice to prepare. There we go. Mr. Fuji, hard at work. That's why
we have a game tomorrow at 4:30, my friend. We got a date with the New England Patriots.
The Cowboys do. Yep. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I got to go through the show schedule, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Go to bed.
Okay. I have to pitch in that 9 hours, so we're good.
All right. So the show schedule for this week goes as follows. Mondays we have Joystick Junkies. I
think that's still there. That's still there. Yeah.
We have Joystick Junkies for all you gamers out there in the Sully Squad talking Philly sports. Tuesdays, we have the Commanders Gridiron talking Washington Commanders football and Extra Innings baseball with Cowboy Dave.
Tuesday nights might be changing, because now that the playoffs are started, we might be going to a different day, but we haven't figured out what day that would be yet. But we'll let you know.
Breaking news.
Yep, we'll let you know.
So stay tuned for that. Wednesdays, of course, at 10 a.m., you have the Batcave. I will continue with the Batcave, even though the Mets are out of the playoffs and the season will be over.
Your season is over.
Continue
tomorrow.
With that throughout the playoffs, and then I'll go every other week.
Your season's over tomorrow.
Our season was over a long time ago.
But you did beat the Phillies twice tonight. I'll give you that much.
Phillies aren't playing for anything, so it doesn't.
I get it. It doesn't matter. Momentum takes a swing going into the playoffs, so just go ahead.
Yep. You don't play for anything, and you lose a couple games in a row at the end there. It doesn't mean anything. Well, then you take that right into the playoffs. Well, you never know.
Correct.
Fuji's Philly Flair on Wednesdays. That should be returning in a couple of weeks, talking Philadelphia sports and entertainment. College Football Frenzy also on Wednesdays. Then Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. you have Dem 215 Boys again with Cowboy Dave and Paul Spencer and the Tower of Patience. You got on there the big guy.
Big Matt Klein.
Matt Klein. I was thinking Matt, but I couldn't think of his last name.
Yeah.
Matt Klein, the Tower of Patience, the TOP.
Lately.
On Wednesdays, talking Cowboys football. So then Thursdays, you have the NFL Weekly Pick'em Show with Dan and Paul. Then I
think Paul's winning that one, but go ahead.
Yeah, Paul's ahead last time. I've seen the score
right
by a few games. Then you have the NFC East War Room, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington, all represented and arguing with each other. It's nothing better. In a couple of weeks, you'll have the Old School Show back on for their monthly show, talking Dallas Cowboys and 49ers football from the 90s, the rivalry. Mm-hmm. Fridays, supposed to be the Atomic Drop podcast at 10:30 p.m., but with scheduling and stuff like that with work, and we're both pretty busy. Expect that to be moving around a bit. We'll, of course, let everybody know when we'll be on, times and days and stuff like that, but it's gonna move around a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Saturdays, you have the Golden Dome podcast at 11 a.m., and expect a post-game also after the Notre Dame football game, whenever time that is on. And the Silver and Black Lair, again, with my schedule, work, and all the other crap I got going on, Silver and Black Lair will be on, but it jumps around a little bit. So I'll of course let everybody know when that's going to be on. It was on Friday this past week, so it's going to move around. Right. Sundays, you have the Big Blue Power Hour at 11 a.m.
That's moved too. That would move from Monday to Sunday. Yeah,
that's on Sundays now instead of Monday nights. Coming soon, you have Rangers on Ice with Danny talking New York Rangers hockey, and then of course another show is Sixers Post Game Live with Paul Spencer after all Sixers games. So
I will be with him on some of those shows too. I'll do.
You will be. I believe Joe Sullivan said he'd hop on a couple of those. So
yep. Well, 82 games, can't do them all, so we got it. I mean, we got to share once in a while. So
that's a lot of games.
You're not kidding.
And so make sure you like, follow, subscribe to Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitch. We're also on the TikTok and the Instagram. So there we are. That's all.
We are everywhere.
We got a couple comments, and we'll get our asses out of here.
Got it.
Adam, oh boy, Adam Glenn says, "Go Pats."
Oh, Adam, go back to bed.
Eagles fan, you know.
Hey, Mr. Fuji.
He says, "Hey, Dave and Ken, is Paul watching? He has me watching so much film in the basement. I hate football, but I'm a genius. He's so serious about winning state after coming short last year. So
Wow.
Mr. better read back down in the basement because I do believe Paul is watching.
Mr. Fuji came out of the basement. There you go.
Paul needs all the help he can get. You know, we got to get him to Florida this year. We got to get him to Disney.
Well, Mr. Fuji's going to make that happen. That's for sure.
Mr. Fuji's the edge that he needed." Adam said, "What will you talk about?"
What will I talk about? What was Cody Rhodes thing? What do you want to talk about?
Maybe he's talking about my Mets show.
Okay.
I'll talk about baseball, and
he's going to talk about sweeping the Phillies the last 3 games of the season.
So I'll talk about during the playoffs. I'll talk about the playoff matchups. I'll talk about playoffs as they're going on, and then after the playoffs and the World Series are over, I'll be talking Mets offseason and stuff like that. So
there was a sign tonight that I was watching the game, the Phillies and Mets, and I think it said the amazing Mets in 2024, or the amazing coming back, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought of you. I was like, you would love that sign. So
this year's been a long year for the Mets, and for baseball in New York because we have Eileen.
It said watch the amazing in 2024 or something in that area. I was like, what?
The Amazings, yeah.
Yeah, the Amazings, right.
Eileen says no more Yankees baseball after tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a long year for New York baseball, Eileen.
Eileen, let's put this in perspective, Eileen. No more New York baseball after tomorrow.
Eileen says, I just saw Raiders. Good chance they start Aiden O'Connell. I don't know. Earlier I seen something saying Jimmy G should be good to go. I'm hoping
Jimmy G is out. Jimmy G is out.
So I hope they start Aiden O'Connell. I don't know. I saw just a couple hours ago when I was sitting there at the wedding. I hopped on my phone and said Jimmy G should be ready to go.
That's not the message I got. They said Jimmy G is out for tomorrow.
Well, I'm gonna have to do some sleuthing.
You do that. Well, actually, your boys got rid of somebody today. I can't remember who it was.
Chandler Jones?
The guy he was in the lawsuit or something. I can't think of his name. Big defensive guy. They got rid of him this morning. Chandler Jones, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh wow! They got rid of him today?
Yep. They let him go. Yes, gone. Yep.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Yep.
Paul says, Fuji, you're done. Paul, don't do it, buddy. You got to keep that man around.
You better keep Mr. Fuji around. Yeah, he's a genius.
He's a genius. I mean, he's a self-proclaimed genius. So
he's a genius.
Yes, that's my Mets show he's talking about. That's what I'll be talking about. Adam Glenn's and Phillies had nothing to play for.
Adam, that's not the point. The point of this is you go into momentum going into the playoffs. You can't lose 3 games to the Mets and then go to the playoffs Tuesday thinking, okay. It doesn't work that way. Sorry to tell you that, buddy.
Would you rather go in healthy or go in with momentum, though?
I'd rather go in with momentum. That's just me.
I don't know. I'd rather go healthy.
I'd rather go in healthy with momentum, honestly.
Obviously, yeah.
Chandler Jones. Yes. Thank you, Paul Spencer. Yes.
So there we go. That's all of our comments. Dave, let's get the hell out of here before any more comments. Oh, there's another comment popped up. Hang on. I gotta hit them all.
Phillies, Dodgers, NL. Nope. I disagree. I totally disagree. Braves are going away.
Braves, Dodgers, or Braves, Phillies?
I have Braves, Dodgers. Yep.
I'll give my predictions next week on the back.
I think the Phillies are going to use their pitchers. Like this wild card's going to knock them out, and then they'll have nothing left.
Their starting pitching is going to be their biggest.
Right, that's right, exactly. Because you're going to go Wheeler game 1, you have Nola game 2, and then who's game 3? Ranger.
Probably Ranger Suarez, yeah.
I would think either him or it could be Taiwan Walker.
No, then you get 4+.
I'm just saying. I mean, he pitched today, so I don't know.
He pitched today, and they only lost 4-3. He didn't pitch terrible.
No, he pitched the third inning. He didn't give up a run.
Yeah.
He pitched 7 strong. I mean, he went 7 strong innings, so you know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
The former Met, I should say.
Yeah. He's done okay for the Phillies this year. And like I said,
he's 14-5 or 6. He lost because he lost today, but I mean,
the thing is, the wins are nice, but you look at that ERA and WHIP and stuff like that, and
all that. Yep.
Like I said to Joe when the Phillies picked him up, I told Joe, I said he pitched well for the Mets in the first half of the season, each of the last 2 seasons, but then the second half of the season he kind of fell off the map. And
well, I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and we were saying, and he's a big Braves fan, and he was telling me, okay, the wild card runs through Philly, but when you're done with that, everything runs through Atlanta. So
yeah,
good luck. Good luck.
Are the best team in baseball, so
good luck.
Bunch of jerk offs.
I agree.
Paul says Braves Dodgers in the NLCS, Braves World Series. There you go.
I think so too. I agree.
Adam Glenn says he will be on extra innings.
You got to talk to Joe Sullivan on that one, pal.
All right,
which is fine with me. I'm okay with it. Jump on. I don't care. What matter to me?
Well, I don't know if he means jump on or he'll be watching. I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe he is saying he'll jump on. I don't know.
I think it was jump on. That's what he's saying.
All right.
You ready? You ready to get out of here?
That's we're ready to get out of here. We're ready to go to bed.
I have a softball game in 9 hours. So
thank you everybody for checking us out. For commenting. It's so late. Thank you for sticking with us.
We appreciate it. We really do.
We got one more comment. Sons of bitches.
Oh my gosh, it never ends.
I got to answer.
Do we get this much at 1:30 in the morning?
Jump on. He said he's going to jump on. There we go.
Did you talk? Yeah. Did you talk to Joe Sullivan on that? Because if you did, that's fine. I don't care.
All right, that's it. We're out of here. Let's see you guys. Thanks for checking the show out.
Thanks everybody for chiming in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.